here and start all of that with all of you. Thank you for coming. We use the chat a lot for information, for instructions. So if you want to open the chat and let it open, I just put there some information. So we are going to meet for 90 minutes and turn off your alerts and distractions as much as you can. And we are going to use a lot of take notes in a digital way. So more, but if you want paper and pen, is always good. And in chat, spelling and grammar amnesty is in play. So let's have fun. Over to you, Fernando.
Yeah, this phrase we stole from Keith and Nancy.
Yeah.
In one of the meetings. Okay, yeah. So just, well, people are still with the cameras closed, but if you have your camera open, just raise your hand if you're here for the first time, just to know how many people are here for the first time. At the end. Leslie and Gus. Okay, lots of people come to these gatherings that we offer almost every month. We have a break in the winter and a break in the summer. And we always love to invite people who are doing great stuff to share. Sometimes an experience, sometimes it's a concept, sometimes it's a gathering for a gathering. And this time we have Felix. So Felix is one of the, I think you are part of the younger generation, right, Felix? Working with liberating structures for a while, but you are younger than most of the people in the LS community. And one thing that caught my eyes with Felix is his use of AI and liberating structures, which is nothing that everybody is doing, but he's really spearheading some stuff. And that's what we've experienced today. So Felix, thank you for your time and for being here with us directly from Germany. Mm-hmm. And the floor is yours, my friend. Take it over.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me, Fernando and Carolina. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm calling today from Berlin, my home city, and I'm very happy to see so many people from all over the world joining this call. Maybe a little bit about myself. I discovered liberating structures just before COVID started in 2019. And my first experience was just mind-blowing here in the LS lab in Berlin. And I was so hooked that I approached a few facilitators from Germany and said, I really want to go deeper. What can I do? I read the book. I came to this meetup and they said, well, we're planning this immersion workshop. If you want, you can volunteer and you can help design it. I said, yeah, sure. And then COVID came and suddenly the whole rules of the game changed. And we built the first virtual immersion workshop. And I saw how liberating structures were working in the digital space. And then it was, I think, about 3 years ago that I was thinking, what will AI do to the way we work and live together? And that was just before ChatGPT came out. And once it came out, my tech friends grabbed me, put me on the couch and said, you need to open this. You have to dial in. You have to have an account. This is, the first publicly accessible large language model in the world. You can do anything with it. And the first questions I had was, does it even know about the topics that I'm curious about? So I started asking it about all kinds of topics, including liberating structures. And suddenly I realized that it does understand those methods in some way, but not in the full way as we do with all our experience that we have. But it does know quite a lot about the languages we use, the concepts, the timings, the steps, and many things in between. And that made me really curious how AI would change the way we facilitate and collaborate and come together as humans, and what will be left from the human work in a few decades from now. So I really locked myself in for quite some months and started learning everything about AI that I could. And I'm still learning a lot and sharing a lot of my knowledge. I've been posting from the very beginning on LinkedIn every experiment that I did that had some form of success, or at least learning for me. And I was in the first year still surprised that not more people were jumping on that exponential technology, because I knew from before, from blockchain and other technologies, how they will disrupt the world that we live in. And so I wanted to find out, how can we humans collaborate with AI? So for me, it's not the question, how can AI be used to replace humans? But it's more like, how can we humans use AI and collaborate with AI in a way that we can shape our future? And that I did for the last 2.5 years extensively. And I've done a few experiments creating prompts that help us do certain exercises and liberating structures with AI, to see how the collaboration with AI is maybe different and how it is similar to the way we humans use those methods, to learn about, okay, where might this go in a few years from now. And also today I brought a few experiments we can do. And the most exciting part is exchanging with real humans. And the greater thing is, even if a group of humans comes together and has a shared experience from which we can learn and reflect, and then share our learnings, our questions, our challenges, our observations, and how human AI collaboration might develop in the future. And this is what we will do today. Of course, using liberating structures to help us dive deeper in such a complex topic. And I would love to start with you, if you're all ready, with a little impromptu networking with real humans for now. And we will do 3 rounds of 5 minutes. So each one of you will meet a partner in a breakout session, and you will have about 2 minutes to share your answer to the question. What excites you about human AI collaboration? And if you are the partner that is not speaking, listen very closely and observe your partner as close as you can. And if you find something worthwhile, we have a Miro board. You can collect on sticky notes your insights from the impromptu. So maybe I can share the link with you in the chat, or I don't know, already there.
It's there,
yeah,
Felix.
it's already in the chat. So you can jump on the Miro board if you want, and already start preparing your thoughts. What excites you about human AI collaboration?
Okay, so I'll get you into the rooms and see how it goes. 5 minutes.
Enjoy.
I need to visualize
I love this noise of people coming back.
We are back.
Okay, next round, 5 minutes, new pairs. Here we go.
I keep getting stopped in the middle.
Here we are.
Yeah,
We need
the
more
time is
time,
ticking.
Fernando.
We always need more time. Okay, next round, 5 minutes, and it's the last new pairs.
Help me spend more than 5 seconds attention on this.
I've had junior staff flag that. Like, we don't like using it because we feel like we're not learning the skills we need.
All back.
Beautiful. I hope you had a great time connecting with the topic. And I see you've taken quite some notes. This was just to break the ice and to also connect the group with each other. And we will now, we wait for people to come in, join us. And we will now move to the main part of the session today, which is an experience around human AI collaboration. And in this case, I have created a prompt. Maybe I can quickly share my screen. Okay, so can you see my whiteboard or?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay, great. So I have created this prompt here. Are you familiar with prompts? Prompts are basic instructions to large language models and other AI tools that help them answer to our prompt. So it's an interaction between the human and the AI. So I send a prompt, I could ask a question, or I could send a instruction, and the AI will respond to it. And what you see here in this big black box is a very structured prompt. It's not like the normal language we would use, but it works in a way that it helps the AI to be very precise in the way it responds. And in this prompt, I have basically crafted the instructions to AI to jump in the co-facilitator role and facilitate the wicked questions with each one of you one-on-one. So each one of you will now dive into an experience with a large language model of choice of yours. That could be ChatGPT or Claude or Google Gemini, or maybe you have a work LLM that you would like to test. And I will later invite you to copy this into the chat and then hit enter. I will show you quickly how it works. There's also here, you can click on this one and you can download a PDF of it. So you don't need to copy paste the text. Or if you have read the emails, there's also a link in there where you can download the PDF. So you need this prompt to basically start the exercise. And I will now just upload here. I'm using ChatGPT now, but as I said, it works similar with Claude and Gemini and other LLMs because the way the prompt is crafted. It is so precise that it doesn't make a big difference if I use the one or the other model. And then we need to give it a topic, the structure. And our topic today is human AI collaboration. But before I hit enter and we jump into this exercise, let me maybe say a few words about Wicked Question itself. It's a liberating structure, one of the main structures. And Wicked Questions can help us to find new insights or perspectives into rather complex topics, like the human AI collaboration topic. And it works with two different opposing poles simultaneously. So we don't look at topics from an either-or perspective, but more from a both-and perspective. And I have also crafted the prompt so that it will help us give examples before we dive into the exercise, like we would do in a normal instruction. And I will just run the prompt now. I think you can also see my screen. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So so we start with a live example. So it says over the next 5 to 10 minutes. Today we will take more time, maybe 10 to 15 minutes for this exercise to give you all enough time to do it. And we will craft one or more wicked questions together with AI. These are, as I said, provocative both-and questions that expose the tensions we must address to succeed. And it combines two valuable yet seemingly contradictory goals. And one example on the topic of liberating structures in AI would be, how is it that we utilize AI to scale liberating structures worldwide and foster the human connection that makes liberating structures powerful simultaneously? So this puts both emphasis on the AI tech scaling worldwide aspect and on the human connections core piece of the liberating structures that we all experience when we practice them. And the AI is now helping us, guiding us step by step. And here it's diving deeper into a focus area. This could be a challenge of yours, or a project, or a situation in your work or in your life in general, around the topic of human AI collaboration, very openly, which feels important to you. And I could say one topic that I'm very curious about is, for instance, human intelligence and AI. Because my question is really, what is human intelligence worth in a few years from now with all the progress we make with AI? And it's actually scaring me a bit to see the progress that AI models made in terms of intelligence. And at the same time, I believe there is a space for human intelligence. So then it invites us to surface opposite truth around this topic. And now I'm invited to list 3 to 5 pairs. You can start also with 1 or 2 of opposite yet complementary truth that feel essential in this context. And an example could be ensure rigorous control and foster daring autonomy, which are both kind of important to this subject. And you can now then take a moment and you list all the contrary, opposite, yet also complementary truth that you find around your subject. You can either write them down on paper first and then type them in the chat with the AI, or you can just type it in straight away. So that's up to you. And are there any questions from your side how to start this exercise? No? Then I think we will now take about 15 minutes. And after 10 minutes, I will check in with you if you still need more time for this exercise. And then choose your favorite large language model and either use the PDF, download it and upload it into your chat and type in the topic, or you can also copy paste the text from the Miro board as you wish. If you have any questions or challenges, just open your mic and let us know.
So, just to clarify, so I'm gonna upload that PDF, wicked question, and into the AI, and then ask AI to use it as a structure to guide the conversation, right?
Yes, you can do that. You can also just let it know the topic, because the PDF already gives it all the context and instructions it needs, that this is an exercise and it should execute it.
Okay, thank you.
Kristen.
Yes, Kristen?
Yeah, I asked it if it could build out my wicked questions, and it told me no, that the exercise really is better if I do it myself.
Yes.
Oh, funny for me. Say, of course. Let's take each pair and shape it into wicked question.
Yeah, for
What are
me.
you
So
using?
helpful. GPT.
I'm using Claude.
You see,
Claude has some
GPT is a working horse.
ethical standards built into its personality, which might enforce your reflection. Whereas ChatGPT is more helpful, kind of agent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that Claude is more like a professor trying to help you learn, and GPT is more a working horse, like let's get it done as fast as possible.
Yes.
So maybe this personality is kicking in on this step 3. But
Yes.
can you force all the large language models to work in a similar way or exactly the same way, Felix?
You can try. I wouldn't say force, you can nudge them in the languages you put, in the context you give, in the way you talk to it to go in a certain direction, but they have built in parameters, guidelines, guardrails, personalities that can pop up that you cannot control. And still, like if you would do the exact same exercise again, it might be slightly different in the way it's facilitated by the AI, which is just like we humans do it when we facilitate sessions. And in this case, you amplify it a little bit if you put different models out there for choice. And it's kind of like having 4 different facilitators, and you say, "Oh, I want to hear this exercise from this guy or from her," right? And they're slightly different in the way they would do it.
Interesting.
I see you're deeply engaged in the chat. If you have found a wicked question that you find particularly good, I invite you to grab a post-it on the Miro board here and write it in there. If you have multiple, you're more than welcome to also put 2 or 3 in there. And if you need more time with the exercise, you can also take a bit more time.
So Felix, should we post the wicked questions on the Miro board?
Yes, if you have found one that you resonate with, then please put it on a post-it on the Miro board.
The collection.
And we will now collect all the wicked questions in the group. And now slowly come to an end with the exercise. And please, if you haven't done so yet, post your wicked question that resonates most with you on the topic of human AI collaboration onto the Miro board, where it says collection of wicked questions. And maybe you can help me making them a little bit bigger, the ones that are on there, so we can read them clearly and prepare for the next step. Okay.
Uh-oh. The board is moving.
Sorry, what's me? It's me. Can you please
Okay.
put it back?
Great. And now please post your questions on the Miro board if you want to. And I see still people
Felix,
live.
how wide is your display?
I think it's like 1.20 meters.
Yeah, because you can see like a big slice.
Oh, okay. Then maybe, does this help?
Yeah, no, it doesn't make it bigger, but maybe you can
Okay.
zoom in some way.
Yeah. For me, it's already big. I see a few more questions coming in. Great. And this collection here is not just for us. We really want to experience how we humans can collaborate with AI, right? So we have now gone through an exercise that was co-facilitated by AI, and of course, all of us humans contributing to it. And in the next step now, I want to involve AI again and send it a screenshot of all of our wicked questions that we have collected and see if we can amplify the number of wicked questions to find more that we might resonate with. So all your questions are now input to the AI to help us find more exciting wicked questions around the topic. And I'll just pull some a little bit bigger so that they're clearly readable. And this is also like an advantage of doing virtual sessions. If you now have the AI read all the handwritten post-its in the group, you sometimes find some funny translations, whereas these digital post-its, it can usually read very well. And I now just take a screenshot of this. And I go back to my AI, create a new chat. You can also try that out if you want to. I now post in all the post-its, and the first prompt will be, please type out all the questions in the picture. Right, so first step, now we are collecting all the questions. That's a rather easy exercise. And the second one will be, now please create 10 more wicked questions like these examples on the topic of human AI collaboration. Now we have a good set of wicked questions from the group. There, how many? It pulled out 7, okay. And now it created 10 more. How is it that we let AI accelerate our problem solving while keeping space for the slow, messy, and deeply human ways of making meaning simultaneously? Or how is it that we rely on AI's vast memory and pattern recognition while still honoring human forgetfulness, intuition, and imagination simultaneously? Beautiful, right? And there's 8 more, and we can now take them onto our Miro. And here's a hack for you. If you don't want to have it like a messy block like this, you can now say, please make each question a bullet point in the list. And now we have the questions as bullet points. And if we copy paste bullet points into Miro, we usually get post-its out of it. So this is a very easy way to flush whiteboards in sessions. If you, it's not doing that here. Okay, maybe I have to go through a Google Docs translation and make this bullet points. Okay. Oh, no, okay. Maybe I need to do normal bullets out of it. So usually okay. It's not working anymore. It seems like there's a new Miro update, so I just put the list of questions in there for now and maybe need to see again. But as you can see now, we have now a set of 10 more questions, and maybe you can read through them quickly, and if you like one, just put a post-it next to it and maybe put a thumbs up, or you can also just let us know which question you find interesting by just opening your mic and sharing something. So I actually like the second one here about the memory and pattern recognition, and then the human forgetfulness, intuition, and imagination, because I think this is something the AI might not understand with its human collaborator, that we sometimes forget things, that we sometimes have an intuition telling us something, and we sometimes have a wild human imagination. And I think exploring these questions would be beautiful for us humans to understand better how we can collaborate with AI.
And Felix, there is a nice debate going on in the chat.
Okay, I just
maybe
open it.
Dave and Kristen can share their perspectives.
I was just in the chat, like thinking about, I mean, we can of course ask an AI to expand list of wicked questions, but I was getting more interested in, I think it's part of what we did earlier in the impromptu networking of thinking about where is AI appropriate, where is it not as much. And in the work I do, I would want to focus on the wicked questions that come from real human beings rather than expanding to sort of a, the kind of blob that AI sometimes do by generalizing. But I do think that using the AI to then help a human think about their specific wicked question and help them think a little bit more out of the box in terms of how to resolve the tension is where AI can be useful. So I think it's more of a reflection on where do we can use AI for so many things, and where should we, and where maybe it's not as valuable. That was just some of the thinking.
Amazing. You have basically anticipated where this session is going now, because I just put this in here as a little experiment I did very often, which is using AI to just amplify whatever the group has created and to find new insights into the same question. But I've also heard from other sessions that we humans are more interesting now to talk about each other's wicked questions or even thoughts around the topic. So this was now just the wicked question exercise. And we will now move into a 1-3-all. So a little variation of the 1-2-4-all to do exactly what you said, David, right? We are now going into the human dialogue. And we each have a wicked question that we put up. And we now want to use the human reflection and the liberating structure to surface how your experience was with this human AI collaboration and what was most exciting and maybe what was challenging. And we now want to give you more space to reflect on that experience, like you just did, David. And maybe take 2 minutes for yourself to just think about that question. How was this human AI collaboration experience? What was most exciting? What was most challenging? And maybe what would you have wished for in this? So take 2 minutes to prepare your mind, come up with thoughts, and then we will send you in a group of 3 for around, let's say, 8 minutes, because we're kind of on time, but I think 8 minutes would be better. And then we come all here together to hear how your experiences were. And please use the post-its extensively in the group so that we all can learn from your insights after the session. Okay, then I think we can start with the groups. And also, if you have any critical insights into this, please share them on the whiteboard, because they're the most interesting for me also to learn.
So here you go. Try it. No, just to record, because this is very important that you said about this paradox, right? We are not using AI to reflect, but it's useful. So just go back and give this nugget.
Yeah, it's something I discovered later on after having prompted a few liberating structures, that they're all coming from the category of reflection and deep reflection, either journaling exercises or, like wicked questions, technique to reflect. And we're always criticizing the user of AI by saying, hey, humans will forget to think, they will not reflect, they will just hand over the work to AI, and then all the mistakes come in and the biases, and then we have all the problems we don't want. And here we have the opposite, right? We're using AI to help humans reflect more deeply. And the AI is even shaping and rephrasing the reflection process if the humans were interacting in that way. If I would say, hey, I've never done wicked questions, I read the instructions, and I really don't know what to do in the next step now. Can you help me in an easier language? Then AI can meet us exactly where we are in our understanding of the method, in the language level, and I could also say, could you do that in German for me, right? My English today is so bad I can't even reflect about this in English. Could you help me do that in German? And we would switch into our native language instantly. And so there is quite a lot of upsides to reflecting with AI, which is counterintuitive. And there's also the efficiency part if you look on a group level. Like you have probably never done a wicked question with 20 people in 15 minutes. It's because each one is doing it one-on-one with the AI. You have a much stronger efficiency of time. And you can now use like 9 Whys, for instance. You can do in 10 minutes with a group of as many people as you want at the same time, because you're pairing them with the AI companion. And then, of course, it takes much less time. Still, I've also experienced that sometimes for some topics, the human reflection is really important, and having a human sparring partner that can feel you, that can empathize, is what is needed more than the intellectual exchange of thoughts. So it's you can do it. It has quite a few upsides, but you can also check the context and the topic when it's more useful to have a human facilitator or even human partners in this.
Yeah, very interesting. I was thinking also to ask AI to pair people up, people with the same theme. They can then go together to refine their wicked questions, which is also more efficient with AI, with a large group, than to... Anyway.
Fernando, look at the last question to wrap up in the chat.
Last question.
Because they're coming, and then are you gonna ask them to share, right?
Waterfall.
Okay. And then we just do like a 5-minute wrap up in the end.
Good. Here they are.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your human exchange in the breakouts.
Yes.
I see much more smiling in the faces now. I think this was
definitely
good. Amazing. So I would now like to invite each of the groups to share maybe in a minute, how was your experience of human AI collaboration? What excited you most? What was most challenging? Maybe to just give us some brief insights into your discussion.
You should go room by room.
Yeah.
Room 2, it's Barish, Denise, and Lisa.
Talk about a lot of things. I don't know, Lisa, you want to share?
Sure. I think for me, I enjoyed the human interaction. I enjoyed the validation that I received. There's a challenge that I'm still wrestling with as it relates to AI. And just to give some brief context, I'm a mother of 2 very young children, and so there's a fear that I have around the educational system. That's a fear that my children would not be able to think deeply and critically, and so just having a shared or feeling that shared challenge was, again, validating. So in one way, I embrace AI, and the other is, I'm nervous about how big this can go. It's still new, so it can evolve into something that is so large. So, but yeah, I enjoyed this experience. Anyone else from my group wanna go? Or you don't have to?
Yeah, I think we can go to the other group, and
Okay.
then if we need more time and someone wants to share more, we see our time. And so the room with Carol, David, and Robin. How was the conversation there, and who wants to share?
I can give a summary. Yeah, the three of us are facilitators. And we do appreciate some of the things that AI can do to ease kind of facilitation. And at the same time, a lot of the behind the scene work, the design, the decision that, okay, we're going to use wicked, question out of so many other liberating structures, those higher level of decision making, we don't know if AI can do it. Our hunch is that AI can't really pick, right? Can't do those higher level decision making or design yet. And yeah, and then also we were thinking, oh, will AI one day replace human facilitators? And we have both some worries, but also optimism that if we use the AI tool well, it can actually do some good advertisement to actually show the world the value of facilitation, and then actually draw them to experience the human facilitators for more complex tasks.
Mm.
Is that David or Robin, you want to chime in?
Thank you, Carol. So Gus, Jessica, and Natalie, who wants to share with us in this group? How was the conversation? So many good insights so far.
Gus, maybe you can represent our group.
Yeah, we talked about some ways which AI can help, like bringing more speed to some processes. There were a lot of different experiences, because there were people from Canada, Brazil, and Mexico, also people who are managers, people who work with coaching, facilitation. So lots of different visions to integrate. And we talked about like this. I think Heske didn't know that we can use just like paste all the post-its, digital post-its into AI platform, then asking it to transcribe, and then asking it to group. So it may be helpful to like speed up the process of like creating clusters of ideas. Then we talked about also how could that keep some power dynamics uncovered. So the importance of the facilitator role also when planning, to use like leverage points to choose very wisely in which moments to use AI, so you wouldn't keep some things under the rug, and when it's actually useful to help people like come up with better ideas. And we talk mainly about like the prep time, that when you use AI, an agent to like coaches or people who take part in a facilitation, we can help them be more like in the state of the meeting we are running, of the facilitation we are supposed to do. It can be really helpful in the prep time where people will take.
Yeah, thank you, Gus. We have another room to go, which is with Eliane, Leslie, and Patty. So who wants to share your conversation?
I can do that. So basically we stayed on the question at first, like how the interaction went, and to us it didn't really challenge us enough. It went more like a rubber ducky interaction, a script, and it didn't really challenge us enough. So we started getting to ideas and starting with human like using human facilitation, being in groups, and maybe going further with the AI, giving prompts from what we started doing. That was the line of thinking that we were on. Yeah, it would really help to have AI in the group as well, to help prompt more or to help synthesize this kind of thing rather than just scripting. And Patty and Leslie, please, if I forgot anything.
I know you covered it very well.
Yeah. Thank you all. And yeah, the time sometimes it's hard to listen to everybody, but I think we covered all the rooms. And over to you, Felix, if you want to close, and then we're gonna just do a little wrap up after.
Yes. Thank you all so much. This was highly insightful, and I love to see all those perspectives from you on this topic, because they helped me learn so much about the topic. I learned in just this session so much about this topic that I'm so passionate about. It's always exciting me and then surprising me again to do this. And thank you all so much for engaging so deeply and yeah, being open to try something new. That's really courageous, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And just to wrap up here, we want to do a waterfall, which is you're going to write in the chat what is an insight or what is new for you after this exploration, this exploring human AI collaboration. So just write in the chat. You don't press enter yet, and you just write what was your insight or what is new for you. And then when I count 3, everybody just press enter all together. So then we can see the waterfall coming. So please write in the chat what is an insight or what is new for you after this amazing session. And if you're done, you just show me your hands. Or like, ooh. I think it's almost everybody done. Okay, so on count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah, that's so awesome. So thank you so much, Felix, for doing this and bringing all that thoughtful idea of you exploring the wicked question, which sometimes we have like, oh, let's do the wicked question, and some people are stuck. So AI just boom, like prompt us to move forward. So I'm so happy with that, and I believe that everybody had a great time. So thank you all for coming. And yeah, Fernando, we have 2 minutes more.
Yeah, thank you, Felix, for provoking us to use AI in this way. And yeah, looking at the responses here was very fruitful. So thank you again for devoting your time. Thank you all for coming. And I hope to see you again next month. We have another practice next month. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you both for inviting me and holding the space and facilitating. It was a pleasure to be here, and yeah, so much fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.